Alright folks, so I just wanted to do a quick video on EDC, pocket dub stuff, and it's really based around a comment that I received on a recent video where somebody asked me why I carried all that junk. He's like, why do you carry all that junk? And what I asked is that really what is the items of my EDC that really put it over the top for you? And I didn't get an answer, but I wanted to explore the topic a little bit further. And when I think about it, most people carry things like a phone, keys, money. They may carry a wallet, purse, some way to carry or organize identification. They may carry a watch, a pen, or a notepad, or a water bottle and a drink. And that seems to be a pretty regular theme for almost everybody, not just folks who are into preparedness or into EDC or pocket dump type topics. When I talk about EDC, I'm really talking about one-person EDC. I'm not talking about things that you would carry in a backpack or a bag or a car or a vehicle, or things that you may carry for work, such as a briefcase or a toolbox or something like that. And then when I started to break it down, I was thinking about, what are the things that people EDC and why do they carry them? And I have a variety of topics, and they're in no particular order. But the first one really being around self-defense. You see people who carry firearms. Some folks even carry backup firearms. You may carry things like a defensive knife or a large EDC knife, pepper spray, perhaps a taser, Kubotan, something along those lines. And they all make sense. And, I do carry a large defensive folder. I do carry pepper spray. From time to time, I'll carry a taser. And it seems that it's relatively self-explanatory where, I carry these things because of self-defense purposes. They make me feel safer, and they make me feel that maybe I can protect the folks that are around me. Maybe I can, I don't know, but I do take comfort in having them. And then the next topic that I thought about was utility. And this is where you carry things from a preparedness standpoint if you had to do something. Then the first thing that came to mind really was batteries or chargers. And I carry both of those things. I have flashlights that can be recharged off a charger or maybe a spare battery. Also, like a smaller pocket knife, like maybe a Swiss Army knife or a traditional folder or something like that. Multi-tools are another utility type item that I tend to carry, and I think most folks do that are in the EDC. You got your Leathermans and Gerbers and Victorinox multi-tools, and you carry them for a variety of options. They have a knife, a file, pliers, screwdrivers. You can fix and repair things. And then I started to think a little bit about fire kits. And I don't really carry a fire kit as part of my EDC, maybe in a bag or in my vehicle, but a lot of folks do. They feel that it's necessary to create a fire or that they may need to have fire making capabilities. I do carry a lighter, but I don't consider that a fire kit. The other one is I have toolbox, and that really fits into more of like a work utility item, but some folks do carry extended multi-tools or collections of tools on them. Maybe that's just something that they encounter as part of their daily routines. When you think about EDC, it really is to support your daily activities. Just because I don't need a toolbox for mine doesn't mean that somebody doesn't need one for theirs. I put down cordage, and I generally carry a little bit of cordage around, but that's more because I like to play around with tying knots and things like that. I've never really gotten to a true cordage life or death scenario and had to have it in my EDC, but I do see that it's a handy utility item. The other thing that I do carry is a radio, and I put that in here. Now, whether that's a small AM, FM, shortwave, ham radio, or just like a FRS, GMRS, or police scanner, I do carry those, and I can see why somebody else would as well. And then I put maps. I don't really carry a map as part of my EDC unless I am traveling, and then some places, especially abroad, it really is handy to have a map as part of your EDC kit. The next topic that I had on here was around first aid. And then first and foremost, if you need to take medication, maybe you have diabetes or you have some sort of heart condition or some sort of illness that requires you to take medication, or maybe you have some sort of regulatory function that is a problem, or you need to take something for indigestion. That would be the first part, and then the second would be if you needed to carry like a first aid kit or a trauma kit. And I do carry a first aid kit or a smaller boo-boo kit on me, and then depending upon what I'm doing that day, I may carry a trauma kit. Like if I'm going hiking or in the woods, maybe I'm going to the range, or I'm going to do some outdoor activities. A trauma kit seems seems to be a perfectly sensible thing. When I take a look at some other topics, I also take a look at recreational, and it makes sense that folks carry recreational items with them as part of their EDCs. You see a lot of people carry cigarettes or cigars. I like to smoke cigars, so I'll carry some of them. Folks will carry a vape or components for vaping, like juice or a battery. Maybe your grandpa carries around a pipe, a corncob pipe or something like that. I know a couple of fellers around where I live that carry a flask around with them, a little bit of feel good in there, and that seems to make sense. Maybe you take a lunchbox with you, and you carry some snacks or some foods. Maybe you have low blood sugar, or you have a gluten allergy that requires you to have a snack handy. The other thing is a small cooler, which I've been known to tote around from time to time, and you could have various items in that. For example, if I'm going to hang out with my friends and we're going to watch a game, or we're going to go to the park or something like that, I'll take a small cooler. I don't see that as being something crazy that you would EDC. The other thing is that maybe you take recreational things like cards or dice, or maybe you want to play some blackjack, some poker, or or maybe play a little game of three-man. I don't know, but those are things that I think I see folks regularly carry, and I don't really see a problem with that. And then the last topic that I had was really around clothing, and not so much what you wear, but there are things where maybe you wear a hat, or you have a set of gloves, or maybe a bandana or something like that you keep as part of your EDC. I know you could keep a jacket around or a scarf if it's a little bit cooler, but maybe you don't need to wear that. But it certainly would make sense that you would carry something like that. So anyhow, like I said, I wanted to do a video really around, why somebody would carry all this junk, and I don't really know if I classify it as junk. I'm one of these kind of folks that wants to carry less and make sure that I have a small functional EDC, but I also want to make sure that I have everything that I may need on my person. I'm not saying that all the things I listed are stuff that I carry on my person, but I have from time to time. Sometimes some of these items will end up in an EDC bag, or maybe in my vehicle where I can get to them quickly if necessary. Anyhow, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, so if you would like to contribute to the conversation, please comment below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, or subscribe if you're already not a subscriber, and maybe perhaps watch another video. With that being said, I'd like to thank everybody. See you next time.